Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we will be coloring this image. This is from Color in Heaven Fairytale Special. Believe it or not, I have only ever colored from this book one other time, but somewhere over here, I did a book a long time ago. I did this a long time ago, I think on an old live stream, but I never finished it. So technically, if we finish this picture, it would be a Color Your Hoard book, but who knows? I might go back and finish that page. So today we are coloring from the Color in Heaven Fairytale Special. These are 40 magical designs by Hannah Lynn, including an exclusive new design. I got this. This is, I think, what is this? Issue 36. So this is a very old issue. This is one of the Hannah Lynn ones. I always love Hannah Lynn, so we want to make this look nice. So, here you got your mice, you got your scrubs. So this is Cinderella. So that's the fairy tale. And today we'll be coloring with a couple of different pencils. I have my thing in there. So then I got I have my yellow sheet, but I guess since I did, oh yes, we do have my yellow sheet, my sheet. So because I color hard and I tend to leave little tiny marks when I color, and I don't intend to do that, but I don't know why. So I was thinking about making this gray or brown. So what color should we make it? Because I have my Finding the Lost gold pencils, I have my colors, I have my Holbeins, and I have my Prismas. So this is what we usually stick to, one or two of these colors. So these are good. So I was thinking ginger yellow to make her hair ginger yellow. Because remember, Cinderella is supposed to be a lot of different colors, but if we make her dirty blonde. And these are my colors. I don't have duplicates of these, so when I use these up, I use them up. I'll eventually buy another set of them, but they're just 180 pencils, so. I'm going to do her outfit first, and then we'll do everything else around her. I'll do her first, and then we'll color around her. I know some people like to start at the top and then do that. I always like to do hair first. So I see that there are 3 people. Hello to the 3 people watching. Don't be afraid to say hello and things like that. I've also activated these. I got on Amazon. These are colors. They have a 300 set of pencils. This is on the older paper. After issue 100, the paper changed. Like I noticed that this is a thicker paper than the old paper. So on the older issues of Color in Heaven, I can use markers if I wanted to, but there's something nice about using pencils. And no, I have not worked again in that Wizard of Oz Fabiana book. So I've been, busy with a lot of things, getting food, preparing, and then, my nieces and nephews came over. So that was actually, my nieces came over, and that was a really nice thing that they came over. I love when they come over. It was so much fun when they come over. They get to do kinds of things. I love watching my nieces and nephews. I think they're so much fun, especially when they're little. I think these are not here, but part of the bandana. What color should we make the bandana? I'm thinking a dark blue, but then I was thinking maybe I should make this all dark blue here. Her outfit dark blue. Yeah, I know this comes out like this color is called ginger yellow and it's number 31. Oh, there's a lot of pencils in the Cologne 180 set, so some of you ask why I don't have another set of 180. 180 pencils takes up a lot of room. So maybe one day. The next set of pencils I'm probably going to have to replace soon is the Black Widows, the Monarchs. So I'm thinking we're going to do green eyes for her. See, think of the color is on the paper, and I know this for a fact. Pencils react differently to different paper. Someone asked me, what's the best paper when you're coloring grayscale? Well, it depends on the paper in the book. It's not like, one size fits all. Here's light green. No, poor Cinderella has to clean this mess up. She's she's like one of those things that you're like, oh. The green would be better. Maybe like one of those really weird blues. One of those weird blues. If I put a pencil down, that means I've used it for something I'm doing in the color chart. That way I know I'm using it. I think the dark blue, and then the light blue. I think I'll see what I like about this. There's going to be dirt on this. So. I always like to do the center first, and then everything else goes around it. Now this is blue, and this is number 7. So this is a straight up blue. my favorite carpenter was the swordfish, but now my favorite one is this one, which I like the half mat. It was nice sharp points. Like you see. Now some people like castles like these, but for me, I like the Kaluas. Straight coloring, I like the Kaluas. Now, some people with the conventional wisdom is don't color your centerpiece first, color around your center. But I always like to color the center because then everything else I can do around it. Well, some people are better planners than I am. I'm not a good planner. This is called Peach Puff. Oh, wait a minute. I need to make that blue and blue. So we're making her colors pop. If we don't finish this today, I'll probably do a stream where I combine the two pictures that I've colored over this month and put them into one stream, and then we'll color both from it. We don't finish this today. So I was thinking we make the bricks. Nice, pretty brown color. Oh, nice orange color. Now I wish I had gotten the polish because they have nice browns. But I think there's a nice brown actually. Yes, this is the one I'm like. There's a nice brown in. There's a nice brown in Holbein's that I like. I haven't yet to decide the blue we'll use in that. Oh, there's a nice brown. This is called Autumn Leaf. I'm thinking this would look nice on the floor too. The way I color is sometimes I'll color some section at a time, and then I'll be like, well, I may want to move on to this section or this section. It's up to you how you color, really. But the way I color works for me. Doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be something to have fun and enjoy the process. And I'll say hello to everybody. I'll put the links in after the stream is over. The theme this month is April Fairy Tales. So I hope everybody, we have 6 people in chat. Yay, someone. was there. So let's see if I'm in there. So I want to see if they're doing it now.
If you want to drop 20 pounds.
I just want to go in my corner and see where I am. So I just am checking to see if the chat is up. There, sometimes the chat doesn't show here. I don't know why, but sometimes it doesn't. Yes, it is showing that I am live, so that is a good thing. So this is Autumn Leaf from Holbein. And this is OPO 59. We might not finish this today, but that happens. And we'll combine the last two streams because I didn't finish that picture either. So I'm thinking maybe green for this. You know, I like to make them colorful. I think people sometimes forget about the color in heaven issues. There's a lot of good, solid color in heaven issues out there that don't get much use. So, and I had been looking for this book last week, and I could not find it. And today I found it when I wasn't looking for it. So that's good. I still have not received my Wing Fantasy issue or the Little Mermaid one. So I'm hoping to get the Little Mermaid one so then I can work on it for Fairytale month. So hopefully it'll come, you know. And then the next one after that, they say is supposed to be a bumper issue. It's the first one, and it's going to have 8 more pages than normal. So if you're on subscription now, would be a good time to do the subscription so you get the bumper issue. But I wonder who the artist will be for next month, or if they're going to do multiple artists. I'm thinking black and red. I don't know why black and red just appears to me. Sometimes I get an idea in my head about something. And it happens, you know? This is a Holbein black. Sometimes ideas come to me in the middle of streams. And then I'm like, well, I should really use those ideas. And I want the red, orange red. And this is a color. Now I'm thinking I like this. Don't know why, but I do like it. So sometimes you're coloring and then ideas come to you, and then you're like, well, I really should have finished doing the bricks, but eventually we will. Oh, I like bright colors. So you see how the prettiness of that red. I tell you, the colors have some really nice colors. So you see here, I did this really nicely. I colored this with a lot of the reds, oranges. Hello to the 5 people there. Please say something because I don't want to be talking to myself. I hope someone's in there. I also read a really good book this week, called Mary, which is about a Native American woman in North Dakota, and it's really good. I'm almost done with it. I read about 85%. Before I went to the book club, had read 75%, so I gave it a high 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 is a really good rating. I thoroughly enjoyed the book, and I just, when you enjoy a good book, it's just like, you enjoyed that book. I wish I'd bought my polys because they have good browns. That's okay, we'll make do with it. I'm going to make these orange. So that's my red for that. Tangerine's a good color. I think I'm going to make her outfit tangerine. Actually, no, we got to make it a nice little blue now. This is called Tangerine. This might be one of the most colorful ones I'm doing. I love Cinderella. Now, some people would argue that I'm doing this because it's, I want to challenge myself more to doing more things that I haven't done in a while. Let's color some things that you may have in the shelf. This way they get used. Now, I have a lot of books that I don't color in too often, so I'm like, that needs to change because I bought these books and why not use them and show them love? That's why I haven't been buying a lot of books lately. So, and I want to work on what I have rather than what I don't have. This way these books get some love and then, I am only, I think, what am I, like 10 pages? Oh, I have 10 more images in Moon Magic after this month so far to do in that book. So that might be the first one of the top 10 that's done. There are a few other books that are not on the top 10. Like I have 12 more images in my Lana Green book, and that's not the new one, The Garden Lady. I did happen to see it. I think it's a beautiful book, but right now it's out of my price range because of the shipping. When you add in the shipping, it just makes that book almost twice, sometimes 3 times, depending on which country you're ordering from. Hi, Candy from Colorful Color World. We're coloring Cinderella from Color in Heaven Fairytale Special. And we're using my colors, my Holbeins. I'm going to eventually use my Prismas, my Finding the Lost Girl pencils. Oh, and I want to tell you something. If you're looking for the Finding the Lost Girl pencils, and if you just want the pencil set, they are now they're just about $13. And that is not a cheap price by any means. So I'm looking to give you the link to those pencils because they're now like $13. So if you want to buy these really nice ones, yeah, they're $12.96. So I'm giving the link for you. The Lost Girl pencils. Hold on. We like buttons. So up on top, I have the Lost Gold pencils if you like them. This is not the Lost Gold pencils. These are the Finding the Law. These are whole lines. So this is Autumn Leaf. And to my hashtag for this month is April Fairy Tales. So any fairy tale book, all the Disney fairy tales can go under that. You have Maja's fairy tale. You have a Korean fairy tale book. Emily D. Lead her book has her fairy tale book. I'll count that, and then she has the other one, Sagna Oak Sagna, and then the re-edition that they redid. I'll count that. I'll count Maja's fairy tales, and that. So anything that's a fairy tale, even Little Mermaids, Alice in Wonderlands. I'll even let Mulan in there. Pocahontas. We'll count that. Though technically it isn't a fairy tale, but we'll count it. Fabiana Attanasio has her fairy tales book. Jasmine Beckett Griffith has some fairy tale images in that. Hannah Lynn has some fairy tales as well, so this one can count. So you see how this brown, it's like an orangey brown. This is called Autumn Leaf in the whole lines. It's like one of my favorite colors in that set. Because you can do that without having to go crazy. If we don't finish this today, I'm going to do another stream where we finish up the Fabiana Attanasio Wizard of Oz and this in that stream. And then we'll be both books. So I did not bring that book out, unfortunately. So this one requires actually a lot of work because it's one of those things that you actually have to take the time to do it. So I'm going to put this back in there. Now, you can use the whole lines for skin tone as well. They just don't tell you that. And I like the whole lines because you can use them for skin tone. So I'm going to do white on her eyes. And as a lot of you know, I combine a lot of my different pencils to do that. So we get Cinderella skin to start going here. So that was the white and the whole lines. So now we're going to do a light pink. This is called Shawl Pink from the whole lines. Most of the higher end pencils you can do skin tone, like in the Holbeins, the Prismas, the Luminance, the Pablos, you can do that. I've never been able to use my polys to do skin tone. I know some people can do it. I have not been able to do it very well or effectively. That's why I prefer using my Prismas, my other pencils to do skin tone. Then we do what's called ivory. Well, I use my Black Widows to do skin tone too. The Black Widows are very good if you want to do the skin tone, but I do recommend you get all the sets of Black Widows if you're going to do that. Not just the light skin tones or the dark skin tones, which are very useful because they have other colors. I tell you, the Black Widows have a lot of good browns. Mhm. And I have this one, which is what? This is a peach. This is the Prismacolor peach. I really need to start writing down some of my combinations. But this has a lot of details in it for a picture by Hannah Lynn. It just does. I like it a lot, Candy. You know, a lot of what I do is learning the stuff that I like to use. Now, now we're going to go back to my Christmas because that's what I know how to use. And as you guys probably have guessed, I ran out of my thing and I had to use one of my replacements. So this is a salmon pink. Now I build colors from light to dark, you know. That's the way I use it. Now some people go dark to light. I'm not a dark to light girl. I'm a light to darker color, so I build up the colors, not all at once. So that's how I do it. You do the colors like this. This is salmon pink. The thing is that when you first get your prismas, they're that thin. So I always recommend to people sharpen them up because, you know, even if they come pre-sharpened, I recommend still sharpening them. Because sometimes they sharpen them and they're so tiny and like, that's not really. Now I'm going to need the beige. Beige. I could have chosen another picture, but there's something about this one that said to me, do it, do it, do it. You'll like it. I'm good. It's not is what time is it by you? Because I have about 12:30 in the afternoon. So you must be a few hours ahead of me. Because I'm on California time. I'm not on East Coast time or whatever time you like to call it. And then we're gonna do the mixture thing. As you guys probably have noticed, I had to replace some of my prisms because you notice now they're longer, some of them. Because I got to the point where they're so little, I had to go into my duplicate Prismacolor. This is when we blend all the colors together. Light peach in the Prismas makes an excellent blender for the color. Oh, you're in the UK. Wow. I'm in California on the west coast of the United States. So, I mean, it's been just so, it was so cold for a few days here. And then all of a sudden now we got nice sunny weather again. That's that one, you know what I mean? Eventually, I'll get duplicates of these pencils. Now, these are the pencils I'm talking about. These are just really nice. So when I'm not sure how the color is going to work, these are the Finding the Lost Girl pencils. So I don't like that color. It's a little too close to that one. Isn't it always raining in the UK? I know, that's a stereotypical thing to say. Mhm. That might be a better color. Turquoise color might be better. I think that turquoise is going to be a better color. Yeah, that's a better match color. See, one thing I like about the Color in Heaven books, you can put, when you need to touch your pencils, you can put them over here, and they give you little dots where you can put them so you're not sure about what color you'd like them to be. Hey, Color in View. How are you, Pamela? We are coloring in Color in Heaven Fairytale Special by Hannah Lynn. This is issue 36. So, as some of you know, I've been collecting the Color in Heavens. I don't have a lot of the first 20 issues. I don't have a lot of the really, really early issues, but I have a lot of them. So they take up 2/3 of a bookshelf already. So that just tells you how much I enjoy the magazine that I kept with the subscription. And I think there was a time period when I was moving that I actually had to cancel my subscription before I moved because I just couldn't have any more books. So I missed a few of those issues, but those are the issues that I have, I like, and I try not to buy any more issues because they're already taken up. This magazine, I love it, but it's taking up so much space. I wish they would give us more of the issues in a digital format if we want the earlier issues to buy them in a digital. Just an old Color in Heaven, not to say I dislike the magazine. You know, I hope in the future that they give us an option where we can buy the books in a digital format. Some people would ask me, why would I want it in a digital format? Well, there's a reason. Thank you, Color in View. I think the reason why I would want it in a digital format is so then I could print and save myself a lot of shelf space. And just print out the pictures I would. I'm good, Alabama View. You've been doing a lot of beautiful work on your channel. I've seen a lot of new books on your channel. No, I am not getting the new Lana Green book right away because, number one, it is expensive and I have other priorities like paying my bills. And I'd like to start paying down some of my credit card bills before I become 60. So I'm also looking for another job. I have a phone interview tomorrow morning with a CPA recruitment firm. So hopefully maybe they'll be able to find me something as well. As you can see, we've used Holbeins, Prismas, Finding the Lost Girl pencils, and the link that you see above top is where you can find these pencils. They're called Finding the Lost Girl pencils or the Hepshing pencils, and they're only about $13 right now, which is considerably cheap. So let's hope that I can do these books really well. And believe it or not, I have not done a single picture in it. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have not finished a single picture in this book. These are called Hepshing. They're like they're really nice. The closest thing I would say is they're good due for the polychromos. They're only 72 pencils. I got them for about, I think, $17 or $18. They're now down to about $13 just for the pencils, but the pencils come with a book. There's another option where you can get a case with them and a book and a little drawing pad, and I think that's a little bit more money if you buy them, if you go to the Hepshing store. For me, I just bought the pencils and got the coloring book, but I had wished I had known about the case and the other things when I bought them, because the case is really pretty. But it's okay because I like having the pencil. You know, you don't want to have too many things. Too many things in your collection. I'm learning that it should be, they're good. They're really a nice pencil. I think, you know, I heard a rumor that they want to do 120 set, but here's the thing. Sometimes I find that when people make good 72 sets, when they start going into the bigger sets, they don't do as good a job. If they go 120, then I have to buy a case with them because I don't have another case for 120. Yeah, the price is is a very good price. And for budget-friendly pencils, I think these are worth your money. No, I think these are a better deal than most people made them out to be. Yeah, I'm going to do this in red. And you know, I write down when I'm out of pencils or I'm low on pencils, I write down a what do you call it, a Blick Studio thing. Also, when I was going through my stuff and I bought a little shoe rack, right? So what I did was after I was done with the shoe rack on my camera, I'm going to show you what I did. I took the old box and I put most of my Copic markers in this little box here. Now, the things, you'll see a lot of Copic markers, but the things that aren't in like little boxes here are also my refills. So keep that in mind. Some of this is refills, most of it is markers, but there's a lot of Copic refills in that. So this is an old box, an old storage box I got, but I had things in it. So then I cleaned it out and moved stuff around to fit it in there. So this is where most of my Copic markers are now. So that gives you some idea of how many Copics I've collected over the year, right? This one comes from Shade It Your Way. This is a fairy. That it was a grayscale. It was a PDF. So that just shows you some of the stuff I've been working on. And this comes from a Chinese coloring book. So you may have seen this on Instagram. $300 Alice in Wonderland. I think we did a page on that on stream. This is also $300. So this is another one from Shade It Your Way. They're a new Etsy artist. So I've been buying some stuff from him on mine or them. Just because I like to shop Etsy. A lot of you will learn that. Hi, Robin. How are you? So I want to do an orange. We're coloring in the Fairytale edition of Color in Heaven. Can you believe it or not? I have not actually colored a single page in this. Or, well, I shouldn't say that. I have not finished a single page in that. I have only one uncompleted work in progress. So technically, if we do finish this, this can count for Color Your Horde for April, as well as April Fairytale. Sometimes you can work in 2 or 3 books. I have not gotten my Wing Fantasy special for Color in Heaven, and I still haven't gotten the new one yet, The Little Mermaid. And they told us in an email, if you're part of the Swiss Grab perks, I guess now it can be out, that they're going to do a bumper issue next month. Next month is going to be their first additional bumper issue. So if you're part of the subscription service, you get that. You'll get that book. It's going to be 8 additional pages in that. So I'm kind of curious as to see how the bumper issue is going to work. I'm also kind of curious, are they going to give us one with multiple artists? Are they going to give us a single artist? So, and it's Fairy Tale month, so my hashtag this month is April Fairy Tales. I need to make a little dirt there. This is Cinderella cleaning up the house. These are the Finding the Lost Girl pencils. They've gone down to $13, Robin, so that's a good thing. I still don't know what the outside rim is going to be. So what have you been reading, Robin? I know you read a lot of books. I envy you because you have the time to read all those books. So I ordered a shoe rack too, so I could look at my shoes because I had so many shoes and I did not have it organized in any fashion. You know, it's important to keep things organized and neat. I haven't done that in the past, been a very organized person. We color a lot of things. No problem. Thank you. You helped me get some affiliate money. You know, when you click on those links. Oh, those sound interesting. I always like to hear what people are reading. These might overtake. I think these might be my number 2 favorite budget pencils. My first favorite budget-friendly pencils are, of course, always going to be the Black Widows. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but these are good too. But my favorite pencils probably are Prismas. Doesn't mean that I always use them, but here's the thing about Prismas. Prismas are very versatile pencil. Like you can do skin tone, you can layer, you can blend, you can do a couple of things with Prismas that you can't do with a lot of other pencils. But you always have to keep in mind that they're a thinner pencil. Now, someone asked me, why don't I really? I know, right? I think when they first came out, you could buy them as a deal, that they were like about $22, $23. Thank you, Zelda Kane. Wow, we have 7 of you. Yay! Someone asked me, what's your favorite pencil sharpener? What's this? It all depends. Karen Dodge came out with the pencil sharpener, and it's like $100 for the pencil sharpener. But they say it sharpens every kind of pencil. And I'm like, that is crazy to spend $100 on a pencil sharpener. I think personally, but some people say that pencil sharpener is worth it because it has an adjustment wheel. So when you go in, you can adjust it for thicker pencils. I've gotten some pencils over the years because I used to do what was it called, subscription boxes and get things. But I don't really do the subscription box, and I'm trying so hard to cancel my colored pencil magazine, even though I know it's only $5 a month. I don't want it anymore. And it's not because it's not a bad magazine. It's just like let's try to get rid of things that are unnecessary, and I can't seem to get rid of it. I've emailed them. I've tried to. There's no phone number, and if you do get a phone number, it's always on message. Really, it doesn't eat my pencils. It might be the one you're using. Is it similar to this one, or do you have a different one? I also replaced the blade on this. I don't know if it was for my thing. I found a replacement blade, but I recently replaced the blade. Interesting. At some point, I'll get a new sharpener. I gotta fix what's wrong with my what's the pencil brand called? The other thing too, Alabama. Have you tried putting a graphite pencil in your AFMAT? What you do is you put a graphite pencil in your sharpener, and it'll clean the blade out. It'll make the blade sharper. Try doing that with a graphite pencil if you have one of those. It helps with keep the blades fresher longer. I just replaced the blade in this one. I don't know where. I think it came with a replacement blade, so I just used that replacement blade for that. You can buy the replacement blades, yes. It is a little bit of a pain to replace the blades, though. Yeah, it might be that your thing needs the point to be fixed. Get a graphite pencil. It doesn't matter which brand. Hi, Danielle. Danielle's here. So I want to make these pink. I don't know why, but I always like making everything pink. I have a little poly here. I do have one poly here. So this is a pink one. This is burnt ochre. This is a polychromos. Well, this blue outside is from the Hepshing. We've used Hepshing, I guess, one polychromo. This is called burnt ochre. I love coloring blues. I really do. My nieces came over and they enjoyed us on Saturday. Not always. This is in the polychromos. I've seen some where they're not that good. In the more expensive sets, yeah. In the artist grade pencils, they are. Not always in the budget friendly ones, but that's changed in recent years. No. I gotta make that blue. I'm gonna make that rag yellow. See, I'm gonna make this rag yellow. Then we're gonna make it drippy yellow. that was funny when I read it. Came out funny. I think there's a dish called okra. If I'm not mistaken, there's a southern dish called okra. Thank you. This is a Hannah Lynn issue, by the way. So, a lot of us know Hannah Lynn. She has a new book coming out soon. What's it going to be? The Pets book, I think it is. Danielle, you two are too much. She made me laugh when she said that. When she wrote that, Michelle. So I have really liked this. I do want to get the top done, so we'll see how much my hand can take. Nowadays, I mean, there's so much more to do on the bottom, too. This is actually one of the more complicated images that Hannah Lynn has. This book has a lot of different fairy tales in it. I'm surprised she doesn't have a Mulan one in here. In Japanese culture, there was a Mulan, actually. a real life Mulan, just like there was a real life Pocahontas. Well, that was the on the caramel side. Neon orange. Notice I use a lot of white too. You'll see why I'm putting white down first and then of course you all know I have to have purple. Or at least finish up the top, you know what I mean? Maybe we will finish this whole thing up today. Maybe I should aim for doing it. Light orange, yellow. Oh, look at that. These are the colors. Now we got to sharpen. Yeah, it's based off of a real person. Not many people know that. I actually have to look that up. Something tells me we might be able to finish this. I don't know what a lot is. So according to my Excel, but some of the Excel is off a little bit. So let me open up my Excel. I have a coloring book sheet monthly, but I update it every week. I haven't updated it this past week because this week just started. So as of Friday, I think, what did I do as of Friday? Because there's 2 things in it that I didn't include. So let me see what I colored up until Friday, I think. But there's some stuff in there that's not updated. So I know what the totals are before I do the monthlies. So it's giving me the number now. It's pulling it up on my Excel sheet. According to my Excel sheet, minus the 2 things I did, I've only colored up to 38 pages so far this month. 38 pages. Oh, thank you. Aren't children wonderful? I tell you, people need children are wonderful to get that stuff on. They know so much more than we do. Tell you, kids are so good with technology. This is fresh red. What color should I make that? Because I'm not really sure how to make that. Then we're going to do purple. Medium orchid. These are my colors. I only have the 180 set of colors, so keep that in mind. But that was what I did as a Friday before the kids came. So mind you, there might be some more stuff going on because it's not. I'm thinking light gray, but I really don't know where my light grays are. Thank you, Danielle. We love Danielle. I'm thinking bright orange, actually. Bright orange. No, it should be gray, but I just like bright colors. Originally, I didn't think we were going to finish this, but you know, the trick is to do it piece by piece and then worry about everything later. Mother says she's been cutting the fruit wrong. My mother just sent me an article on that. You know, you color the fruit wrong. Holbeins, warm gray. So I think we will be doing this longer, but that's okay. This is smalt blue. I think we're going to end up doing this, the rest of the bucket green. You guys probably have recognized the smalt blue, or yeah, what is this? Smalt blue. The Holbeins really are just beautiful, beautiful pencils. They are a lot of money. I will not lie about that. But the quality of the pencil is outstanding. Alabama. I'll tell you right now, they're less money than the luminance are. The colors you get in the Holbeins are really, really just phenomenally good. This one is evergreen. And then we'll just have the floor and the border to do. On the water. I did not think we were going to finish this picture today, guys. Really. I like chickens. I don't color too many animals. I'm not that good at coloring animals, although I am getting better at it. This blue is my favorite blue that I've ever colored. See, sometimes you color too hard and then you press too hard and then this happens. You get the points chipped. And last week, what happened was I also had to get my ears cleaned out. I had too much wax in them. Oh my God, it was so annoying to have wax in my ears because it felt like everything was going yum, yum, yum. You know, when your ears are all muted and you can't hear? Oh my God, that was like annoying. Then this is blue. This is a really nice one. This is aqua. See, this would have been better for that. Oh well. You know, sometimes it's better when you're a right-handed colorist because you do things. So, you know, like the whole lines and polys are better. Even the colors are better for heavy-handed people. But I still like my prisms because I can still do some amazing stuff with them as far as coloring in them. Okay. This is brown. One of the almost second to last part of this. Now we got to do our floors. I chose a nice brown. This is brown, so everything is there. Sometimes I color traditionally, sometimes I don't. I know some people. Oh, I forgot to do the tail. Sometimes you see something that you missed, and you're like, how did I miss that? I missed this little thing over here. I don't know what we're going to color the border. Now I wish I had bought my gel pens, but that's okay. Maybe I'll go and tell in the Hannah Lynn group that I did this picture. That way she'll be like, and what I like about this book is it's not just one fairy tale. It's like a lot of different ones. She has Hansel and Gretel, A Little Red Riding, Beauty and the Beast, Little Miss Muffin. These videos are a lot of fun to do. Now my hand is starting to hurt me a little bit, guys, so we may be wrapping up soon. I did not think we were going to finish this today. But I chose one that was a little more, had a lot of details on it. I want to go to 1 hour and 30 minutes today. No, we went a lot longer today than I thought we were going to go. This one had a lot of detail in it. Well, I mean, that's a good thing sometimes because it challenges you. The things that are out of my comfort are usually animals, but if you have 1 or 2 animals, it's not that bad. Let's just see what Hannah Lynn drops us a mid-Patreon picture. I also like when people comment on things. I should have put this on Instagram, but I don't know how to connect my YouTube channel to my Instagram yet. The kids were so funny when they came over. I was just like, my nieces were so funny when they came over. They're just like, what do you have to color? We need more animals. They love to color animals. They're not really like people, you know, they're not portrait colorists. They're like people who they're like kids who like nature and animals. Meanwhile, I'm like kind of on the opposite spectrum. I like people, I like landscapes and things like that to color. See, but what I wanted to do was make the girl stand out with the blue, you know, Cinderella stand out with blue. Plus, I didn't give her the traditional yellow hair. You know, it's not that I don't like animals. And, you know, when I use mark, when I first started using markers, I actually had to be like handed with them. And markers actually helped me when I went back to pencils. Sometimes you take a break from pencils and then you do markers. And I actually think if you use markers and another medium besides pencils, it actually helps you get to be a better pencil artist. Also, don't be afraid to play with other medium, whether they be watercolor, markers, acrylics, which I don't really use acrylics. I'm not that good with them, so pastels. Pastels are okay depending on what kind of pastels they are. But I do not like chalk pastels. I find them too messy. Some people are great with them extra things. I've not used those, so I cannot comment. Watercolor here and there, I'm okay with it. It's not, but I prefer to use watercolor books when I do that. Now that we've done the wood, I'm really happy with the wood. Now we need to just, those were all whole lines. What was the color doing with the whole lines? That was a strange thing. And this is vermilion is what we're going to do at the border. I got to sharpen this. So this is 4 pencils, Prismas, Colors, Holbeins, and Finding the Lost Gold pencils. So those are the 4 brands we use. So you guys kind of understand how the brands, you can use your budget friendlies with your expensive pencils. I've really fallen in love with the Finding the Lost Gold pencils. I thought we would not finish this today, so. But I'm really happy that we did manage to finish it. It makes me feel happy. I don't have a habit of finishing things on stream, so. Because we finished this can count for Color Your Hoard when I take the photo of it. Color Your Hoard is done by Lovella and Tease Coloring, I believe, and T of Tease Coloring. They have this thing where if you color, the goal is to color a page, if you've never, one page from an uncolored book, if you haven't finished anything, and if it's the first page you finished in that book, then it counts for Color Your Hoard. So, and this project, that has really helped me a lot get into some books that I normally wouldn't have colored, but we have these books and they sit sometimes forever in our collections. No problem. I understand. We're almost done anyway, so we're about to finish this picture. So we have now finished a picture. We have finished the first picture in color, in the Color in Heaven Fairytales coloring book by Lynn. This is they do these. This is a special magazine that you get via subscription, and each month they do something different. And this is issue 36, so this was an older one. So because I colored in pencil, now the rest will be pencil. So I hope you all have enjoyed that. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Yeah, the Color in Heaven magazines are just wonderful to color, especially if they're the older ones, because the older ones have better paper. The newer ones, the paper's much thinner. So I don't know if that was just something that happened, but I really enjoy these books, Alabama, and thank you so much for coming. I really enjoy your channel as well. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and have a safe journey. Remember to wear your mask, wash your hands, social distance if appropriate. Everybody stay healthy. And thank you guys all so much for showing. And I really appreciate the thumbs up. That really helps the channel. Bye, everybody.